What we need next is a whisper campaign to get important people talking about our show,
Kermit decided. So a few days later, disguised as a big-time producer, Kermit hid Rizzo and his rat friends under his coat and walked into a famous restaurant. The rats crawled under the tables and started whispering about a wonderful new show. But just as everyone began to talk excitedly about Manhattan Melodies, Rizzo grabbed for some food.
Oh,
Rats! Someone yelled. Rats! Someone cried. Rizzo and his friends scurried through the elegant restaurant. Women screamed. Grown men fainted. Waiters scrambled on the tabletops. And Kermit sailed out at the end of the maitre d's shoe. After this disaster, Kermit's spirits were low indeed. To cheer him up, Jenny took him jogging. While they were running through Central Park, a mugger raced past them. He was being chased by a pink, plump, and furious roller skater.
Piggy?
Kermit gasped as his old friend streaked by. By the time he caught up to her, Miss Piggy was handing a sorry mugger over to the police.
You certainly look different, Kermit.
She sniffed.
No more flashy gold chains to impress a certain young lady. No fancy coat full of rats.
Piggy, have you been spying on me?
Kermit cried.
I spied because I care.
Piggy responded angrily.
Well, I care too,
Kermit confessed, and a horse and carriage ride through the park turned Pig and Frog into lovebirds again.
Oh, Kermit.
Miss Piggy cooed.
Oh, if only we had known one another as tiny babies. Ah, I would have loved you even then.
Each day's mail brought news of old friends. Rolf was running a dog kennel. Floyd wrote that the Electric Mayhem Band had gotten
a terrific gig playing polka music, and everything couldn't be more copacetic.
Fozzie Bear was having a hard time hibernating in a co-ed cave up north. Down south, Gonzo and Camilla were performing astounding stunts on water skis.
We've joined a traveling aqua cave where I met some great-looking chickens.
Wrote Gonzo.
For the climax of my act, the chickens sing while I hurl my body through the flaming circle of doom and land comfortably in an imitation leather easy chair.
It was great getting cards from all over the country, but Kermit had no good news to send back to his friends. But one day, the letter arrived. It was from Ronnie Crawford, the son of the famous Broadway producer Bernard Crawford. As his very first show, Ronnie wanted to produce Manhattan Melodies.
We did it!
Kermit telephoned Piggy at Pete's.
You're going to be a star. Jenny will do the costumes. We've got to get the gang back right away. See you in 10 minutes.
He promised and hung up. Kermit stepped off the curb, full of plans.
We've got so much to do.
He thought as he started to cross the street.
Costume fittings and rehearsals and...
Suddenly, there was a squeal of tires and a horrible thud. A crowd gathered around the small green body lying on the pavement.
Where am I? Who am I?
Kermit moaned. As a result of his accident, he had developed amnesia. Hours later, Ronnie Crawford showed up at Pete's. He found Miss Piggy wild with worry. Kermit had not returned.
We're opening in 2 weeks and the writer and star of our show is missing?
Exclaimed the young producer.
We'll find him.
Jenny promised. Pete sent telegrams to the others, telling them to hurry back to the city. They all came, bringing many new friends with them. And on the day of the opening, they all gathered gloomily around the table at Pete's, where they'd last been together. All of them but Kermit, who had still not returned. The luncheonette doors opened. In strolled 4 frogs in 3-piece suits.
It's him!
Fozzie shouted.
Kermit!
Piggy swooned.
Kermit!
But Kermit merely blinked at them. His memory gone, he was now working as an advertising executive. His old friends tried everything to get him to remember, They even rushed him to the theater where his name was up in lights. Nothing worked.
Don't you even remember moi?
Miss Piggy finally said.
We are engaged to be married.
Engaged to a pig?
Kermit was amused.
Think I'd go hog wild? Were we going to be married in Central Pork? Maybe you could bring home the bacon.
With an outraged squeal and a killer karate chop, Miss Piggy sent Kermit soaring. When he landed, he looked up to find all his old friends staring down at him.
Piggy, Jenny, Fozzie, where am I?
He said. He had been cured at last. Oh, Kermit, we knew you'd come back. Manhattan Melodies opened that night, and Miss Piggy's fondest dreams came true. Not only was she a Broadway star, but a Broadway bride as well. In the show's grand finale, she and her beloved Kermit were married at last. To the tears, cheers, and applause of all,